Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Break both your knees. Chair. Yes, sir. One chair, I'll break both your knees. Chair. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it makes me very upset sometimes when I have to look at the kind of things our children go through and the psychological warfare that is constantly being played on them. So this came out in the Chicago Times, and it's very upsetting. A Black high school football player, now he's still a child, he was forced to sit in a chair with hanging banana peels all around him. The coach and the players were all involved in this, and they threatened him. I hope his parents will lawyer up and go after the school district, this coach, and everybody on that team that participated in this. Psychological warfare is played on Black children all across America. This is what they call themselves, putting you in your place. But as I told you before, ladies and gentlemen, you can counteract this stuff and make sure it doesn't stick. You spend more time with your children than they do. And what are they going to do? Come to your house and make you not encourage your kids? I'd like to see them try it. So if you are diligent in building your kids up, there is nothing they can do about it. Nothing. So this came out in the Chicago Sun-Times, April 12th, 2021. Video shows Black Moline high school football player forced to sit near banana peels. So the police were called, but it's always the same when these things happen. The incident occurs, and then the school district comes out with the same cookie cutter response. But these folks say they're original, right? But they come out with the same cookie cutter response for everything. A Black football player at Moline High School is seen in video sitting down in a locker littered with banana peels after a team threatened to break his knees if he didn't comply. Now, he was away for this game. They had a game that was away from their high school when this happened. Moline Police Chief Darren Galt said the incident at Moline High School a disturbing racist scene. Detectives interviewed student athletes, coaches, and staff members over the weekend and turned their findings over to the prosecutor. Galt said the investigation centers on 11-second video clip which another player whose hand can be seen but face doesn't appear threatened the black player to sit in the locker or I'll break both your knees. Well, we would have been fighting up in there. I'd like to see you break both my knees. We would have had a good one up in there. Tell somebody some shit like that. When the players sit down, the others can be heard yelling, "Yeah!" You know these were all white kids. Come on. You first of all, get your black child off of this football team. Okay? Get them off of the team. Number two, get a lawyer and sue every single team member that participated in this and the coach. And get the school district too. Who the hell cares about their cookie cutter apology, the one we hear for everything? Okay. Galt said the investigation determined the people involved were teammates of both different and similar races. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what that means. Okay, no, we you ain't gonna play that psychological warfare on us here in this story. So they didn't want to identify exactly the race of these kids, and I don't believe what they just wrote here. I don't believe it. He also said all players involved have been identified. Good. So now you can take the identity of those players and the coach and give them to your lawyer. Makes it even easier. You've identified them. Regardless of these facts, we all agree that this is a disgusting way to treat a fellow teammate, fellow human being, and mostly certainly a friend. Mm-mm-mm. According to published reports, the video was shot Thursday, and authorities learned of it after it was posted on social media and widely viewed in the community Friday night. Teams around the state had their season delayed until the spring because of COVID-19 pandemic. And the Moline team played an away game Friday night, so they were away when this happened. When the players arrived back at the school shortly before midnight, detectives were there to speak to them. The Moline Coal Valley School District said it would conduct its own investigation of the incident to determine if there were any school codes violations or violations of district policies. The vile behavior depicts in the video does not, here we go, it does not represent our values and it has no place in our learning community. Do y'all just pass this around and just tweak it a little bit? Because it's always the same speech. No originality, no thought put into it, nothing. It's just this, if the cops do something to you, they give this same lame ass speech. If you have a problem in a store, that you get this same lame ass speech. If something happens to your kids in school, you get the same cookie cutter speech. No originality, no thought put into it, nothing. This is not our values. This is not who we are. Do you have any other words to say? This shit is getting old. Yeah, this is what you get from a high IQ, y'all. This is it. No originality, no thought, nothing decent put into it. It sounds just like all of the other ones you heard. Nothing. So it has no place in our learning community, the school district spokeswoman Candace Sanchez said in a statement. Clearly, we have work to do. Oh boy. Gives you a migraine listening to the same speech over and over. Decisive action will be taken upon conclusion of both the law enforcement and school district's internal investigation. Moline, mayor-elect, also made a statement, and she talked about holding individuals in this incident accountable. I speak from the heart when I say we have a responsibility to teach them a better way. It's awful to learn a child was threatened that way. It's awful to know that a child will be marked forever by an incident and the disrespect they received. It is awful to know other children would see this as a joke, she said. Yeah, because this is what they're taught in their households. That's why they all collectively just stood around and watched. And not one child, I'm not a racist. Oh, I'm not a racist. Well, I guess those kids that you're raising weren't in there because none of those kids came to his defense. None. But, when we talk, oh, I'm not a racist, I'm not a racist. Well, who raised these kids? Who raised the kids that did this to him? Are they not racist too? Y'all full of shit. We see what you're raising. They just didn't do it to the right black kid. Okay? And mess with enough, and they gonna get more than what they bargained for. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. And wow. I really, truly hope many Black parents will reconsider keeping your children in these schools and not look for better alternatives for them. They are, as you can see, they are not interested in your Black child getting an education. They are trying to indoctrinate them and tear down their psyche and make them feel like crap. That's their goal. Now, those of us that were fortunate enough to have parents to counteract, that's what my parents did. They counteracted it. So anything they did to me, it didn't stick. It's that simple. It really, truly is. If you would just listen to me, you never let these things go unanswered. You follow it up with your positive reinforcement. And I'm telling you, if you do that every single time, anything they do will just bounce right off of your kids. Number one, they'll know what racism is. Number two, they know they're not worthless because you, their parent, who have the biggest impact on them, not white people. White people don't have the biggest impact on your Black child. You do. So once you counteract it, there ain't nothing they can do. The only thing they'll do is sit back and call your child uppity. Who the hell cares about that? So the hell what? You never let them win. That's the bottom line. When they're trying to psychologically destroy your kid, never let them win. Period. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.